mechanics of throwing a softball. It's easier to understand how if we as instructors can teach the student, the parents, and the coaches of why. Good mechanics bring good results with little effort. I will not teach a young lady a mechanic and take it away from her 2 or 3 years later. When it comes to styles, we've got them all different, such as Jenny Finch, we've got Rock, we've got a cat Osterman, even though she was left-handed, that went up, brought it down, good. We've got a Michelle Smith that started right in here, let everything fly. We had an Angela Tincher that pumped right in here. Through. Then we got to the men. And Eddie Fainer, King Sport, all in front. Mr. Hale House, out of here in Pennsylvania, started in here. All leading to one thing, the mechanic. And everything, regardless of what style you and I use, will always end up in one mechanic. Okay, give you an idea of what we're going to do today. First of all, grabbing the ball. There are 4 horseshoes on a softball. You and I, depending on the size of your hand, 2 fingers, 3 fingers on the seams, your little finger is always on the side. We go to the pitching rubber. Find a little bit of the rubber. You can toe up, pivot foot, right on the arch. You might say to yourself, why he's saying arch. You and I, the pitching rubber is never on an even playing field. There could be holes big time in front. You and I have to be able to, as we go forward, your whole foot pivots on your arch, but most importantly, your toes go down in the hole. So as you push away, you're able to push hard. So we don't forget anything. Toes on the rubber, arch, weight back, weight transfer, weight to the front, a slight lean, push forward. We have a power line I've just stepped on. The reason we're doing this, here's where all your power is at. You and I step forward, our feet are at a 45-degree angle. So when you step forward, you're totally at 45. Right here, we're aimed at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 45 degrees, whatever. Most importantly, our shoulders. Our shoulder, our glove hand, our shoulders are at 11, 12 o'clock, actually 10, 11 o'clock, I'm sorry. So you're able to throw the ball with no, hardly any problem. The slight lean, the explode. And most importantly, when you and I land up here on that front foot, you land on the ball of your foot. You don't go up there on your heel. It's always ball forward, ball of your foot. So you've got everything pushed back. This, young ladies, is a resistor. It pushes you right back, so all your power is right there. As you finish, it's actually knee to knee. So as you finish, you can drag. Your little back knee pulls right in to your front knee. All of this is going on while your hips are open. Then you finish. Here again, young ladies, this power line is very, very important. All your power is generated by very fluid motion, relax, and push in exploding. Hopefully we haven't forgot anything. I don't think we have. We're going to go to the top, better known as your core, your shoulders, your glove hand, and here again, styles are different. Regardless of what style you and I possess, everything is going to be in a forward motion, all right into the catcher. This glove hand is very important to you and I. We don't want it floating out over here. You want it up here in front. So now if you rock, you're up front. If you push out from here, you're up front. Most importantly, it's easier when the palm is down. The moment you go like this and step forward, here comes your floater. Here comes that glove hand that you do not want out here. You are now closing part of that hip. You don't want to close this. You want to be out here. Here's where your power is at to do that. You create a whip, arm speed, ball's always on the outside of the circle. So as we step forward, we create arm speed at the whip. You are creating everything from when we step right here. Once this ball is in your circle, it should be on the outside. Totally like this, so you and I can snap the ball just like that. And if you watch my wrist, it's actually cocked backwards. What makes this motion so much easier. You're snapping it right in here. So as we come around, push forward, ball goes to the outside of the circle all the way around. This ball never turns until it's right here, ladies, to make it do exactly what I'm done. You create a whip from the elbow down to your wrist, being able to snap inside. Total, relax, elbow and wrist makes it easy to do that. Let's do it, and I'm going to do it, try to do it slow. Sorry, Doug. Do that again. Push forward, ball's up in the air, toe on the outside. This snap right here never ends up above my shoulders. It's going to end up, as you can see, about belly button high. I'll create the whip, you bet. This elbow, young ladies, unlock. The moment you do this, everything locks up. Very hard to create a whip when your elbow is totally locked. You're going to end up doing this. So as you come around, totally unlock, the way it goes. Okay. Arm speed, very important. Create the whip. The fingers are very important at the bottom of this. You've heard the proverbial doorknob. The doorknob is actually right at the bottom. Right as you get to here, here comes that doorknob. The doorknob is right here. It isn't back here. It's right here. So in other words, if that doorknob was sticking out, you come underneath it and you just turn it. The faucet that's on the side of the house, same thing. But you create this snap. So your wrist is actually very relaxed, but most importantly, a little bit of cock it back a little bit to create this snap. Okay? We'll do it again in full motion. Full motion, totally explode. Get over here to that power line. Don't be afraid to use it. Here's where all your power is at. Okay. Things not to do. Off of the pitching rubber. Not to do. There are too many young ladies who want to get in here close. Get out here where you're nice and relaxed. Your feet are over, under your shoulders. close together, you start doing one of these jumps. You need to be relaxed when you're up here. Close together, open together. Hips closed, not using the line. This one's a do not. You and I have to basically muscle that ball to throw it. What I call throwing it, step in the bucket. You're throwing around your hip. A no-no. You don't want to throw, even though I can do it, see what I just did. That is a no-no. You don't want to throw around your hip. Hand ending up in the air. No-no. You lose way too much power. Way too much snap. Ball goes where? Normally where our hand goes. Bending over at delivery. This is not a bowling ball, ladies. It does not have 3 holes in it. There's no reason to do that. First of all, you can't throw it very hard. Second of all, it kind of hurts. Very hard on catching. Elbow locked. Hand on the outside of the delivery. When I say elbow locked, that's locked. You and I don't want to do this. This will not make you and I a very softball pitcher. As you can see, everything is locked to create that. Here's what's happening. Ball's on the outside. You and I do not throw a ball like this. If you attempt to throw a ball like this, you're going to ruin your shoulder, amongst a lot of other things. So never think about even throwing a ball like that. It's going to hurt. Floating glove, bending over, delivery, hips not, hip closed, and so on. All that are not acceptable in throwing a softball. This glove hand, ladies, I'm going to come back to it because we're working on our core ups a bit. If you can keep this hand that's in your glove on a down, palm down, this is what's going to make it easy. The moment you go like this and step forward, you're human. You will do that. So somehow you got to figure out how to do this. Just take practice. This glove hand goes out here, not out in here. Don't hold it down in here. You don't want to freeze up that part of your body. You want to let everything flow. Just like I was talking about Jenny Finch. She was one of them that did this, but she used it all. She did not come here and stop and then freeze everything up. That she did not do. Okay. The not to, we just went over. Now we're going to go to some of the simple drills. I'm going to come a little bit closer, Mark. Stance. Ladies, when you do this, do it to help you, not to hurt you. Your feet are always in a 45, not back here, because when you look down, you've got a straight line. If you're in a gymnasium like we are, find a crack, get your feet on it, but the feet have to be at a 45. Why? Your hips. Everything is lining up to make it easy to do this. You can do it this way. Or do it around that way. Regardless of which way you do it, everything's out front. There again, you can do a step if you wish, like I'm doing. But you got to keep the core quiet. Everything is off of this shoulder. Here again, this glove hand is out here in front of me. There's a technique you can use at home. We call it throwing off the wall. Basically what you're going to do, find a wall, palm on, all the way around, and when you get right to here, here comes the doorknob. If you and I are doing this on your bedroom, basement wall, whatever, your hand has to stay on the wall until you get right here. You turn that arm and you flip it. So if the ball was in your hand, totally on the outside, to do that. And here again, what makes this easy is that everything's out here in front of you. Okay? You and I are unlocking very freely the wrist to do this. Okay? Something that I call speed pitching. This will take all thought process away. So what I'm doing is throwing it down the moment I catch it. I'm throwing it. Our worst enemy, ladies, is between our ears. Quit thinking. Catch it, throw it. Catch it, throw it. Catch it, throw it. Okay? Then you got what we call walkthrough. Some girls like to take 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And you can do that. Figure out the timing. Don't be afraid to do this. I like to do it with 1 step. 1 step. Most importantly, I'm pushing. I'm using my legs. Flexibility. Fluidity. Nice and relaxed. Let everything flow. This is what makes throwing a softball easy. I think I've got everything, Mark. Oh, I know. Here's one thing we can do. Get down on your knees. Here again, your core is totally square and solid. And again, you don't want to be doing one of these to force yourself to do it. Okay? As you can see, here's where all my power is coming from, right here. This is hard, not the easiest thing in the world to do. Sure makes you use this. All the way around, you create this snap. If you have to, but I want you to use this. As you can see, balance. Hup. There are some girls that would do this. I'm not against this. But the most important is this core has to be solid like this. This isn't helping you if you're doing this. It's got to stay like this. If you have to get used to it, put that glove on your hand. Hold it out here. This takes time, it takes practice to do this. Being able to snap.